Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you're doing good today. Hopefully you're doing great today. We're super excited to, share this time with you. Let me know if I'm live by putting a zero inside of the chat. Let me know if I'm live by putting a zero in the chat. Sometimes what happens is like this Facebook Live studio doesn't really show 100% like whether or not I'm live. So I always need to know that just ahead of time. If I'm live, put that inside the chat. So, today we're just going to be talking about how one of my mentorship students went from zero to $2,000 a month in 28 days, and then got to about $7,000 per month in 84 days of working together. So, just some housekeeping rules before we kind of move on. So, today I'm going to be asking you guys to do a lot of commenting, a lot of liking, a lot of sharing of these videos because part of how Facebook works is the more engagement a video or post gets, the more that it shares with other people inside the algorithm. So these videos are free, so I do want to get it to as many people as possible. And just so you can support other people on their journey as well, go ahead and like leave some of these comments and different things that I'm asking you to do. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Nicole. Grateful to see you. Hello, Diana. So, if you're watching this thing live, go ahead and write down hashtag Team Live so I know you're with me. I can make it more engaging. I can give you guys some cool stuff if you're here live. If you're watching this on the replay, write in hashtag Team Replay just to let me know, and I can leave you guys some stuff as well. Also, if any time that you want me to connect with you to answer some questions that you might have regarding growing your business, write hashtag Connect. And finally, if you want to see if I can help you grow your business without having to make mistakes that cause most people to fail in their business, go ahead and click on the link inside of the description either above or below the video to book a call with me to see if I can help you. Keep in mind, I can't help everybody. However, if I do think I can help you out, I'm going to make you an offer and tell you exactly how we're going to do it, and we're going to work together long term inside of my membership program. So, I will talk to you soon, and let's get into this thing. Hello, Nicole. Hello. There's two Nicoles. Nicole Green and Nicole Shook is on this live as well. So, guys, there's different things. The first thing that we always have to talk about is mindset. Okay, this is your foundations. If a house is not set up or built properly, it can only get to a certain size before it starts crumbling or before things start breaking down. Many people, what happens is when they don't really set up their life and their business correctly, they can get up to a certain point. Like they can get up to $3,000, $4,000 a month, but they can't get how to do this thing correctly from the start. So number one, okay, the first zone that I always like to think about is zero to about $3,000 per month. Generally, this is called the traction / the starting phases. If you can get to about $3,000 per month and it wasn't luck, then you can generally go to the $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per month, depending on what your ambition level is. So number one, you have to have the high ticket brain. So there's different types of thinking that's going to cause you to either reach your goal or not reach your goal, right? There's different internal habits, like number one is gratitude, number two is doing what you say you're going to do, number three is showing up even when you don't feel like it, number four is understanding that people have a lot more money. To really understand money and understand people in order to really run a business correctly. A lot of people are operating, with the wrong set of beliefs and the wrong mindsets, and they wonder why their business is not really growing to the level that they want it to grow. Now, whenever we go and we look at certain people who are successful and who are really doing well, they're running and operating their business at an entirely different pace, entirely different level, and things just move a lot faster. Let me know. I think we're watching on the live. It looks like my frame rate and all these different things just kind of like going in and out. So let me know if something needs to be switched, and I can maybe switch some of our settings and different things. I can switch the camera just a little bit. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. So, next thing you have to really understand, people are going to give you as much money as you will ask for. You just have to ask enough people that, and you have to ask the right amount with the right amount of value. A big reason why a lot of people struggle with getting any kind of return or anybody to really pay them money, especially on consultation calls, is that the business owner who you're talking to does not really understand the value that you're communicating. Generally, business owners are going to pay you a monthly amount that is about 1/10 of what the value they think they're going to get from your service is. So if they think they're only going to get $1,000 a month worth of value on the high end, they're going to want to pay you $100, maybe $150, maybe $200. If they think, however, that you're going to be able to give them $10,000 a month worth of value, that means that the the information you give them, the results, everything you give them is going to equal about $10,000 per month worth of either savings or investment or moving the business forward, then they'd be willing to pay you $1,000. You just have to learn what is the words, feelings, phrases, and emotions that you have to go and convey to that person in order for them to feel like they're going to get that 10x return on the price they pay you. Now, most people can't understand this. Most people don't get this thing right, and that's what causes most people to fail. There are little steps you have to do, and we'll talk about that when we get to the sales section for how to do it. But the first things first, you just have to understand value, and people have money. A lot of people, they just don't understand that when you're trying to sell your business or when you're trying to get clients, business owners that are doing, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $10 million a year, they have so much money coming in. And a lot of times the services and products that they sell at such a high price point, they can afford to pay you a lot more than what they're actually paying you. It's just that, one, a lot of people don't ask high enough, and number two, a lot of people don't really think about money correctly. They think that money is scarce. They think that, money just does not grow and be replenished every single day. Here's the cool thing about money. It's being printed every single day. There's never a shortage of it. You can get as much money as you need. You just need to understand sales and understand business. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, that's $0 to $3,000 a month. It's really just mindsets. And then secondly is learning how to sell the value of your service. Most people, once they do that, they're able to go and scale. Okay. Any questions about step number one, about 0 to 3K? Any questions? Questions. Or go ahead and put a 1 in the chat if you understand. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand 0 to 3,000. Cool. I'm starting to see some 1s inside of the chat. Now, the next thing you guys have to understand, anywhere between about $3,000 to $7,000 per month, assume that you've done it correctly, you know how to sell, is all about learning two main things. It's 2 skill sets and then 1 virtue slash habit. Okay? So number 1, you have to really understand marketing systems. Okay? So marketing systems comes down to a few main things. Number 1, platform selection. Are you going to be on Facebook? Are you going to be on Instagram? Are you going to be on LinkedIn? You have to decide. A lot of people are trying to post and be on like 5 or 6 different platforms, which that is just a recipe for burnout, confusion, and just bad emotions. Because each social media platform is slightly different. I'm even having trouble with that right now. If you guys notice, most of my accounting firm growth comes from my LinkedIn, right? And then most of my mentorship slash coaching program growth comes from Facebook. If you notice, my Instagram is not that amazing. Why? It's because I literally do not understand how to use a platform outside of how we do it to grow our accounting firm. So I've put a tremendous amount of resources into learning that platform so that not only can I grow Facebook and grow LinkedIn, but now I can grow Instagram. And I do a really good amount of money across both businesses. Now, for the average person, if you don't have any money to throw into this, or you just don't really know exactly what you need to do on platform number 1, it's going to make it very hard for you to be able to grow multiple platforms. And it's going to feel like you're spending all your time on marketing, which when you're starting your business, generally it should be mostly on talking to potential clients and then managing, the work from the potential clients. That's just what it's going to start. Deborah said, wouldn't it make sense to be on a local and a national? It really depends. So when it comes to social media platforms, you can choose. Oftentimes for social media, it's both. It really depends. Personally, for me, I'm going within my state first, and then you expand. Like whenever I work with a student, we always start like inside of their state first, then we expand. Man, this color is just really, really irritating. So I got a new camera, and it's just switching colors. So I might need to go and return it after this, but yeah. Okay, does that fully answer your question, Deborah? Hopefully that fully answers your question. If you have another question, ask it inside of the comment section. So that's number 1 is platform selection. Personally, for me, if I was starting my accounting firm over from scratch, which is basically what I did when I started in 2014, I would be hunting on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is generally the easiest one for B2B communications and really growing a network like that. Okay, because you can use second connections. The second connection means they're like friends of friends. You have mutual friends in common to be able to leverage and get people on the phone using those introductions, right? It makes it very easy for you to search out who is a potential client, and it lets you have a lot of different criteria and search selections that allow you to be able to go after the best businesses for you and the people who would be the best, highest quality client for you. So it just gives you a lot more choice than a platform like a Facebook, where it's not really optimized for really getting clients, because it's not really focused on the business. It's focused on individuals. Yeah, so Deborah said that's what I mean by local. The national would be like LinkedIn. No, actually, no. So each social media platform itself can be utilized and leveraged to go either local, inside of your state, inside of your nation, and even around the world. So I would think of it more of like LinkedIn is just the platform. The geography and the region is more what you choose to make it within the platform, Deborah. But good question though. So next one is really knowing about platform development. Okay, so just like we've been talking about, this is actually a really good segue. Each platform is slightly different. The way that you interact on each platform is drastically different. For example, if I was going on Facebook, generally if I start a student off and they're using Facebook, it's because they have a very defined niche, right? Because then you can go into Facebook groups and you can start really getting close to that niche, start building relationships within there, and then your business starts, exponentially growing, right? That's how a lot of students, when you see them get to like 15,000 a month, it's because a lot of them started on LinkedIn and they were trying to identify who their niche was, and then they started noticing that they got certain clients from certain industry verticals, and then once that happened, then we switched them over to Facebook, and they just started whoop, and they started growing really, really quickly. That's anyone who's like at 15 or 20,000 per month in their business. That's generally like kind of the insider strategy, insider scoop we got. Now, if you want to have a resource about how to actually go and hunt inside of Facebook groups, and you're just kind of trying to do it, but you just don't know what to do, go ahead and write down Facebook group hunting. And I'll actually send you a resource that gives you step-by-step what you need to do in order to make Facebook groups work easiest for you. Next thing is actually, if you actually want help with your LinkedIn, based on what we've been talking about, I actually have a resource too that can help you with your LinkedIn. That can be just call it LinkedIn Value Post. And it's going to just go from start to finish, like how to set up your LinkedIn, what to be looking for on LinkedIn, how to make a search criteria, how to talk to people on LinkedIn, exactly what to say, and then what makes a good fit and what makes a bad fit. So it's just going to make it really easy for you to be able to get those resources and go from there. So write down hashtag LinkedIn Value Post, and I'll be sure to send that to you as soon as possible. Awesome. So if you guys understand that, okay, platform selection as well as platform development, go ahead and write down a 2 inside of the chat below. Hey Zashara, hopefully you're doing good. So yeah, write down a 2 inside of the chat below. Cool. Now, next one, I see some 2, so I'm going to move on to the next step of marketing. Okay, so marketing section number 2 is about partnerships. Okay, this is the key. Most people don't understand. You can get more money from a partnership in one day than you can with a lifetime of trying to do things on your own. That's one reason why mentorship is so important, right? Because it's basically a partnership of me transferring my 7 years of experience over to you guys. But at the same time, you can do that within business owners in your local area. So there's business owners both in your local area and online who have all of the clients, connections, and just resource you can ever need and you can ever want. Your job is to learn how to get in front of them. Okay, so now, generally for me, for example, in the system when it comes to the marketing system, right? When we talk about like Facebook, like JT, right? All he had to do was, number one, he went inside of Facebook groups because he found what his niche was. He started commenting, he started interacting, he started getting people to really get on the phone with them, right? That took him to about $15,000 per month. But then the second thing that he did was, once he started noticing that certain one of those locations had like consultants, financial advisors, grant writers, bankers, then he started reaching out to those individual ones. And I tell you exactly what to say to them to get them to really like respect you or to actually want to help you. And then they literally said, hey, maybe we can interview you and see if there's a good fit, or any of my clients are a good fit to send for your accounting and your bookkeeping service. He said, awesome, right? So then from there, what we did was we took a list of all the different people who wanted to interview him and wanted to learn more about his service. Then we actually put him on a spreadsheet, right? So the key thing there was, inside of that spreadsheet, we give what's called an influence score. So not every single partner is created equal, right? There's different scores you can see. Number one is like audience size. Number two is audience engagement. Number three is what service. Number four is do they sell a high ticket service or a low ticket service. Number five, do they have a lot of referral partnerships. Number six, have they ever sent us a referral before. Number seven, where is their audience actually stored? Is it an in-person like meeting group? Is it an Instagram group? Is it like a Facebook group? Is it a LinkedIn profile? Like where is all that stored? And once we have that score, we give it a score out of about 100. Then we organize who is the most important referral partner from there, and then we start prioritizing who gets most of our time for these interviews. And that's how he actually added about. It's crazy. He got one referral partner based on that score, gave him $50,000 per year in recurring revenue just from the clients they send to him, right? And then every single year, it's been a pretty good trend just like that. So it's just crazy to kind of see that and see that growth. But that's why partnerships are so important. Another example is actually on one of my students named Shannon, and she came in and she needed to kind of get some momentum going fast because she had just lost her largest client. So the first thing we did was go, hey, you have the sales chops, you have the skills, let's go and go and find a really good partner, okay? We found a partner, and one way that we did that with her is because all these potential clients who we were speaking to as part of like the LinkedIn, like she had the LinkedIn going, the LinkedIn was going and finding potential clients, but all the potential clients said, hey, do you know, I think the lady's name was Sherry. Do you know Sherry? Oh, you should work with Sherry. Do you know Sherry? Do you know Sherry? Yeah, I like Sherry. Who's Sherry? Shannon, who's Sherry? This is the common theme. Who is this Sherry person they keep telling you to go to? Have you spoken to Sherry? No. Why have we not spoken to Sherry? 5 out of your last 5 calls have each said they've worked with Sherry in the past. Go talk to Sherry. She talked to Sherry. Sherry was on this financial advisor inside the local area. And Sherry actually gave her $4,500 per month worth of contracts just from meeting over a 15-minute conversation. Right? And it all came from partnerships, knowing who to look for, keeping your ear to the ground, knowing who has the influence inside of the community, inside of that virtual space that allows you to be able to go and get the amount of money that you need in order to kind of grow your business really, really quickly. And then the last thing, guys, the last thing you need in order to get to about 7,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 is consistency. When you know you're doing the right things, when you know you're on the right path, when you see signs of success, you cannot stop, you cannot slow down. This is the baseline. I cannot stress this. For example, one of my students named Melissa, she was growing pretty fast, but there was this one day that she came into one of our coaching calls. She goes, man, LinkedIn's moving slow. Maybe I should just stop LinkedIn. I was like, why would you ever stop LinkedIn? That doesn't make any sense. You already got $5,000 a month from that platform. Why would you stop that same platform? She's like, well, it's just not working anymore. I told her, okay, scratch that. Keep doing this. I'm going to ignore that happened. I'm going to just chalk it up to maybe it was a bad day. Keep it going. The next week, she got a client. Then the week after, she got a client. Then the week after that, she got a client. I'm like, you were thinking about turning this thing off just because it wasn't quite looking the way that it used to look? No, man, it's just a lull. Sometimes there's a lull. Sometimes some weeks people just go on vacation. And sometimes people ghost. It's just how it is. All she did was just keep doing the exact same things even though she didn't feel like it, and that's when her business continued to grow. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys kind of learned something new. And if you want some help growing your business, I always recommend don't wait. Do it before you feel like you're ready to join. Okay, go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to see if I can help you grow your business. Because there's a lot of mistakes that most people make. I made it for the first year that I was in business. I don't want you to have to make it. Yeah, so if you want some help, if you want to be able to reach your goal, you want to be able to reduce the amount of failure that happens in your business, give me one sec. Then I recommend you go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me to see if I can help you out. Nema asked, at what point do your students start to reach capacity and outsource some of the work? So it really depends. Some people, if they have a very hectic life and they don't want to do the work themselves, we've had students subcontract work as soon as $3,000 a month. On average, if someone's working in corporate America and they've priced things the way that I generally coach you guys to price, most students stop being a one-person show at between $12,000 to $15,000 per month. So hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes it's a little bit more. It just really depends on what your goals are. Sometimes we encourage people where it's hey, after you hit a certain amount of money, it's okay for you to bring on help so you don't have to do all the work yourself. So now you buy your time back. But that's a person by person decision. That's like a individual by individual basis. And some people want to be a one person show for most of their career. So hopefully that answered your question, Nema. Also, let me know if you have any other questions. Maybe we can answer them after the live is completed. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Book a call if you want some help. If you're not quite ready for help, that's okay. I'll see you inside the next video. I'll talk to you soon, and I will see you later. Have a great rest of your day.